Hello everyone. I want to do a quick look into the 3 Kansas City men who were found deceased in their friend's backyard. They went over to watch a football game, and then the family and friends were looking for them and were unable to get a hold of them. The 2 vehicles were still in this person's driveway or the front of the house. 2 of them carpooled together and the other one drove separately. Their names are Clayton, Ricky, and David. The person who was renting the home, their friend who had them over, was not answering any calls or texts from friends or family while they were looking for the men for a couple days. And then one of the fiancés just kind of went over and unfortunately found the body of one of them in the backyard, or on the back porch, I believe. For those who don't know, I just had surgery, which is why I'm doing this view. My face is still very swollen. I just want to kind of see, this has been on my mind, I want to see what I can get. So let's see here. So Clayton, Ricky, and David all went over to their friend's home. What was the energy when they got there? This is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not fact. When Clayton, Ricky, and David arrived, what was the energy? We have 9 of Swords in reverse, the Hermit, Ace of Cups, 5 of Cups. Nothing necessarily to be worried about, nothing that was alerting them. It does feel with this combo a little along the lines of one of them noticed the host maybe pulling back or not acting like they typically would, kind of holding back their energy. Yeah, Independence, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. There's a feeling of, yeah, the Star in reverse, 4 of Cups. It's almost like Clayton, Ricky, or David started to pick up on the host. Maybe not necessarily acting as host-like as they would expect him to, or maybe that he typically would. There's a little bit of like independent pulling back energy. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Why is that there? Queen of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, both in reverse, and the Fool. It feels like one of the men in particular were a little bit uncomfortable about something, like a change in behavior, a change in attitude, a change in energy from the host. What is the change in energy about? Female, it's interesting because we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Epstein in reverse, blackmail in reverse, and they're all black and white. Huh. Real news, family, kidnapped. My hands are tied. It almost feels like someone makes some kind of some weird off-the-wall comment. Maybe about someone's partner. Aliens in reverse. So I'm trying to feel like I belong, but I don't. I feel off. Inside. Struggle in reverse. Serial unaliver. So nothing happens inside the home. Is it fair to say that there's some kind of weird comment made and it's almost like they go outside to talk or catch their breath or something? 6 of Pentacles, King of Wands in reverse, 10 of Cups. I get this feeling that a comment was made to either Clayton, Ricky, or David, right? From the host that was kind of off. Yeah, Six of Wands in reverse. Like, you shouldn't have said that publicly. And whatever the comment was, it was off. And it's almost like they go outside, or I almost want to say they initially go on the back porch to talk or something, or like calm down the situation. Heavy burden, manifesting as being stuck. I want to get out of here. Lack of clarity, passion. It feels to me like the host makes some kind of comment to one of them, and two of them kind of step away, right? And then the third one follows suit. But there's something missing here as to what would make them then pass away outside. It feels like this is just the beginning is what I'm picking up on. Like the beginning of what started to happen. Yeah, okay, so death. Okay, so the beginning of what started to happen, and then we lead to death. How do we get from a comment being made to one of them that's a little off, two of them separating, a third one following suit? How do we get to them not being alive anymore? Portal, secret space program in reverse, and social media. 1 second. Okay. Portal, secret space program in reverse, and social media. So something about the comment made, and I just want to say like the huddle, like it's almost like the host felt like the three were going against him in a way because they were taking a moment to figure out how to handle a certain situation. Snake on the bottom of the deck as I'm saying that. It feels like that somehow led to what ended up happening, because we have portal, secret space program in reverse. Can I have a clarifier for that? Run away. Trying to run away from something being revealed. Hidden key on the bottom of the deck. Clarify social media. War in reverse. Royalty. I almost want to say it feels like one of the three of them kind of knew something about the host that the host did not want them to know. Surveillance in reverse, bloodline. I didn't want you to see that. It crossed the line. What did the host not want them to see? Confirmation, manipulation, egotism revealed. This combo is giving me the energy of like, I know that people are saying he's a scientist and there's questions about some possible experiment or something like that. This is almost giving me that energy. Show me the host. The moon. Justice in reverse. Okay, so for the host, keeping secrets, keeping things in the dark that are not right. That would go along with manipulation. Show me Clayton. Trying to protect myself. It feels like Clayton wanted to go. I need to not get wrapped up in something that's not going to be good for me. I need to get out of here. Show me Ricky's energy. Didn't see this coming. Didn't plan for this. This wasn't part of the plan. And I also want to go. It feels like Ricky follows suit with Clayton. David's energy. So it feels like David is the one that joined Clayton and Ricky. So it feels like there's some issue with Clayton and the host. Ricky steps aside to talk to Clayton about said issue. David joins the two that are talking about that. And then there is some kind of problem because we have all of this energy of like manipulation, egotism revealed. He's coming up as the moon for the host, so he's trying to hide something. What is it that the host did not want the men to know about or talk about? Like, what was the host agitated about? Oh, weird science. Smoke and mirrors. Caregiver. Jealousy and reverse. Wouldn't want to be you. Hiding behind smoke and mirrors. Something medical. Weird science. Huh. It almost feels to me like... How do I put this? Something is said from host to Clayton. Clayton kind of takes a moment and walks off to like be like, okay, I don't know if he meant that like I took it or... See, I don't know if it's something said to him or something seen by him. Like, I go to the bathroom and I see something in the house I'm not supposed to see. Or if it's you say something and it's just very off and it causes an issue. I can't tell which one it is. But it feels like that is between Clayton and the host. And then Ricky joins Clayton. It feels like Clayton steps outside, Ricky joins. And I believe David is the one that drove or the one that joined on the carpool, because two of them drove together. It's almost like he walks out to see if they're leaving. And then the host kind of feels like they're going against him or ganging up on him or something like that. Weird science, natural causes, caregiver. That's an interesting combo because we're looking at someone who's a scientist. Run away. It's like they were trying to get away from the situation. Very interesting. Show me 2 cards for the host. Now, after we got what we got, show me 2 cards for the host. Treason exposed and revenge exposed. Going against your own people. Revenge would be for feeling like he's being ganged up on or talked about or something. But it feels like it's not like that. It feels like almost like a sense of paranoia. Like, for instance, if Clayton was kind of like, okay, I need to walk outside and calm down because this guy just pissed me off and I don't want to, like, just flip out for no reason, or I just want to make sure I'm understanding what I'm flipping out about. You know what I mean? Like not it feels like Clayton is trying to avoid conflict or trying to avoid overreacting. So he walks away. And then the other men kind of follow suit to see what's going on, and there ensues some kind of problem. Give me a clarifier for weird science. Landfill just flipped over, but I kept shuffling. Perversion. Greed exposed. Real flag. Real flag and perversion read to me like something being put in a drink. Greed in reverse is like I accidentally put too much. So something put into a drink I accidentally put too much. You know what? This is really weird to say, and I don't mean this to be disrespectful. This is just the image I'm getting. The Hangover. How the one, Alan put stuff in the drink to make everyone have a good time and be best friends. It feels like that, but it almost feels like it started because the host felt like the other men were like being better friends with each other than him. It's weird. Evil exposed, devil exposed. Clarified, devil reversed. Power reversed, abuse of power. Very interesting. If there was something put in the drinks of the three men, can I have 3 cards that would kind of clarify or describe or explain how that came to be? Anger in reverse, dating in reverse, couple in reverse. Yeah, to break up couple and dating, that's 4 different people, right? But it's in reverse. The 3 men plus the 4th host. Angry. There's like a bunch of faces on this card. Almost feels like the host didn't want the 3 of them. Almost like the host wanted to get one of them separate from the other to talk to them, but it didn't go right. I don't... Passed away, yeah, unalived. It feels almost like there's some kind of interaction with the host, and I want to say it's Clayton. Clayton walks away to de-escalate the situation. Ricky follows. It feels like the host then comes out and is talking to the 2. And David, because he came with one of them, kind of walks out as well and is like, what's going on? Are we leaving? And at that point, the host is not able to get the one man that he wants to talk to away from the others. So it feels like there's some intention of, I do this and I anticipate having the conversation that I want to have, or being able to talk to one of the men separately or privately. Crossroad, like you go that way, I go this way. I'm trying to get you separate. Trashed. Witness in reverse. I'm trying to get you to go this way, them to go this way, by putting something in the drink so nobody else can see the conversation that we're having. It honestly feels like this was some kind of like deep embarrassment from whatever the host had said that went wrong. It just like was taken too far. And it's giving me Hangover, like the movie The Hangover vibes. Like, I put something in the drink to try and get us closer together, or being able to have a conversation. I don't know how to explain evil. Yeah, that would explain it. Oh, this is weird. Are they going to... Here's my pendulum. Are they going to find anything nefarious in the toxicology reports of Clayton, Ricky, and David? Is there going to be anything in those reports? I'm getting a strong yes. Is it going to be something besides just alcohol? Also getting a yes. Was there something put into the men's drinks by the host? Getting a yes as well. Can you show me a no? That's a no. See how it's going in a circle? Huh. Was the original issue or problem between Clayton and the host Getting a yes. It's a little yes, but I'm getting a yes. What was the original, I almost want to call it a misunderstanding between Clayton and the host? Natural disaster, drugs, poison in reverse, money. Huh. Tornado makes me think of like mixing something up. Oh. I think I have it backwards. Is it fair to say that Clayton felt funny and addressed the host about it? Like, why do I feel this way? Did you put something in my drink? Is something going on? Is it that? Is it backwards? I'm getting a yes. This is weird. Okay, so what I'm getting, how do I even explain this? It feels like, I don't know what to say other than it feels like the hangover. It feels like the host put something in the drinks to kind of get people to be his best friend. I don't even know how to explain it. Sorry if you can hear my stomach growling. It's from the medicine I'm taking. Anyway, for surgery. How do I explain this? It feels like something already feels off. Clayton addresses it. Almost like the host is like, no, what are you talking about, right? And then Clayton kind of walks it off thinking, okay, maybe I just need a minute. Ricky follows suit. And they're talking, and then when David comes out and follows as well, it's like the host starts to panic. I'm getting a strong feeling that something was put into either the food or the drinks. Neighborhood, parental figure, and strangulation all in reverse. So not doing what's best for you. We have some kind of conversation that turns everything upside down. Abuse, there's the abuse of power. Corruption. Huh. Trying to get the men away from one another. Trying to, justice in reverse. Trying to get them away from one another. So that they couldn't talk and come up with what they thought was going on. I don't know. Clarify affair. Gift in reverse. Abuse and neglect in reverse. This to me is playing God. Like it's almost giving the energy of like Russian roulette. Like I'm taking a chance here. Okay, this is about to sound crazy, but is it possible that the host put something in the drinks, someone found out, and then he tried to put something else so that they would not remember what was put in the drinks, maybe roofies or something, I don't know, and it went wrong? Getting a yes. Like almost like I put something in your drink so we have a good time, you find out, I put something else to make you just kind of forget or fall asleep so you don't remember, and it goes wrong. I honestly think he tried to correct something that he shouldn't have done in the first place, and the correction of what he wasn't supposed to do in the first place, it's almost like he gave them all something that just kind of knocked them out, and he left them out there and went to bed and woke up and they just were not alive. And it's almost like he didn't take that into consideration, that would happen. That's the energy I'm getting from this. Can I have some kind of confirmation? 2-card confirmation, if I'm on the right track. Distraction, two-faced, healing in reverse. Two-faced, so distraction as well. So two-faced, because the host was not who he was pretending to be to these men. Distraction, it feels like, how do I put it, like a, okay, well, let's just go back inside, or let's just do that, like a trying to convince them that what they were feeling was incorrect. And healing in reverse, it's like I give you something else to correct the first thing that I did, and it ends up going wrong because you fall asleep outside. It feels like whatever they had mixed together in a way that, I almost want to say, like made the temperatures, like made hypothermia kick in quicker, or made their breathing slow in a different way. Like something about whatever they had in their system did not mix together with the weather outside. That seems obvious, but that's what I'm getting here. Excuse me. And it feels like marriage, wedding in reverse, real information, conspiracy. It feels like something with like, almost like if like special treats are made and they're given out, and then the host doesn't want to admit it, so he tries to kind of like cover up, and it just takes a bad turn. That's the energy I'm getting from this. It feels like not I'm calling my friends over to unalive them. It feels like I'm trying to inflate my ego by having everybody really love me. So I'm trying to give them the best time. I put something in something. Someone finds out, I'm embarrassed. I try and cover up for that by making them be so over the top intoxicated that then when they wake up the next morning, I can be like, what are you talking about, dude? You know what I mean? Like try and kind of like pacify them out of believing what they knew. It feels like there's something about trying to get the men separated from one another. I really think it's because it feels like Clayton realizes something doesn't feel right. Like maybe he ate more or drank more of whatever was in something, right? And it feels like that kind of led to the walking outside, like, let me try and sober up. And then almost like when the second man, who I believe to be Ricky, walks outside, they start both saying, oh, I kind of feel like that too, right? And then by the time the third man comes, the host has 3 men with the same story feeling the same way. So it's like, okay, now I got to do something to make it so that they can't wake up in the morning and say that I did this, right? That's the energy I'm getting here. It's very strange. One person snake. Yeah, I don't want to feel like I owe you. I want to cover up what I tried to do. Snake, I want to stay in the grass. I want to stay so you don't see that I'm fake. This is strange. I need 2 cards for after the host realizes that his friends are no longer alive outside. Accomplice, partner in crime, private property in reverse. Private property in reverse. Clarifier for accomplice, partner in crime. Outside in reverse, inside out. No inside. Partner in crime. I don't understand the accomplice partner in crime card. I'm not feeling anyone else was involved in this. Secret trip? Oh, when he realizes they're outside, this might be when he's talking to his family saying his friends just froze. He thought people were just going to believe his story. It feels like there's some kind of delusion here on his part, the host's part. Missing piece revealed. Yeah, there's some kind of delusion here, like a mental break maybe. Like maybe something he took did not sit well with his system. Maybe the shock of it. I don't know. It really feels like to me that it's giving hangover vibes. Like I want to have a good time. I want everybody to love me. I need my ego inflated. I do something stupid. Someone catches on. I try to cover it up and I make the problem a million times worse. Tunnel in reverse. Happy intuition in reverse. Light at the end of the tunnel. It feels like his intentions were not to harm the men initially. It feels like hangover. Like I want these men to be my best friends. I think that has something to do with these were the last 3 men that stayed. I think everyone else had left by that point. It's like I didn't think they'd find out. I thought we would just be able to have a good time and then I would be like this cool dude that they'd always want to hang out with. Cover up. I thought I'd be able to cover up what I was trying to do. I didn't think they'd find out. But it dried up. Someone found out and they wanted to go. And he didn't want them to go because if they just left, then the host felt like, okay, well, they can talk about me and say what they think I did, and there's nothing I can do. I have to like erase their memory of it before they go. Yeah, break up in reverse. Don't go. Outer space in reverse. Stay here. This just kind of fell down. So let me see. Communication. Meeting. Regret. Yeah, there's some kind of conversation between the 3 men and it just takes a turn. Or the 4 men, it takes a turn. There's even 4 people on this card. Look, 3 on one side of the table and 1's on the other side of the table. The 3 men against the host. Regret, I wish I didn't do that. Law enforcement in reverse, water fell out. It's like he was scared that the men were going to say something and get him in legal trouble or trouble with the police for putting something in their drinks, it feels like. Or their food, I don't know. Food or drink. Hiding something, water supply in reverse, so drinks. Man-made disaster, collapse, Republican in reverse. Abuse of power. Yeah, man-made disaster caused by the host. This feels not intentional to cause harm, but what was done feels like it was done knowing I shouldn't be doing this. Let me clarify for collapse. Secret success. Time. It's like they were supposed to just be out for a little bit and have no memory when they woke up. It feels like roofies, but it feels like not literal roofies. It feels like something similar. It's supposed to have a similar effect, but maybe not be picked up on a scan in the same way. I don't know. it feels like whatever was given to them was in a panic. Like, I need to cover up for the fact that they caught on to the fact that something was in their food or drink in the first place. It feels like this was to buy time, but he left them outside and it went wrong because it had an effect with the weather. Yeah, beach in reverse, so frozen. Deep state in reverse, unalived. Bioweapon. Too much. And they weren't able to make it back inside. Almost like he gave them something, went back a little bit later, tried to wake them up. They wouldn't wake up, but they were still alive, and he just went in and went to bed and then woke up and realized that they were no longer alive. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here with this. Intergalactic travel, unalived. Yeah, it just said weren't able to come inside. It's weird because it's almost like in the host's mind, even though he knows that there's something that he did to cause this, he's like, well, if they just could have got up and came inside, then everything would have been fine. But like, that's what I'm saying. There's some kind of delusion here with the host. Yeah, he does not think, unaliving in reverse, he does not think that he's fully at fault, because in his mind, he's like, well, if they just would have came inside, if they would have woke up when I tried to wake them up. Organized crime in reverse. Yeah, it doesn't feel like this is anything like planned from the outside. Not like any kind of debt these guys owed. Not like anything nefarious or like behind the scenes. This feels like literally this host wanted these guys to be his best friends, and it just all went wrong. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Please remember, this is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not fact. You know what's interesting? When I first started meditating on this, because I was going to do this reading yesterday, I kept getting there's two sides to the story. There's two sides to the story. Now it kind of makes sense, the two sides to the story. It's like the host is not in touch with reality. So it's like there's this part of him that was like, okay, I'm not necessarily trying to harm these men. I don't know how to explain it. So there's weirdness in his brain. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Please remember, this is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not fact. Have a good day.